ports to the southwest side of the harbor. Over in that direction, you can actually see the cranes from all the container terminals over there. So that has kind of made the Speicherstadt obsolete as a warehouse complex, but it has kind of turned into a cultural center for the city of Hamburg. There are dozens of museums here. There's a theater here, a historic coffee roasting house here, the Hamburg Dungeons, and also something called the Miniature Wonderland, which is the world's largest model railway train set. I would recommend it to anybody. It's absolutely fascinating. If any of you are thinking about going to the Miniature Wonderland, it's in this building right here, about halfway down, so that's where you have to go if you want to go to the Miniature Wonderland. So, if you guys go about a 10 to 15 minute walk in this direction, you'll run into something called the Landungsbrücken, which is where you can get a boat trip of the harbor. So, if you speak German, you can pay about 15 euros for a 1 hour guided tour. But if you don't speak German, it's not going to do you much good. But I'd recommend, if you have a ticket for the metro system, you can get on the ferry system, and that'll take you all around the harbor as well. And you can get a really good look at the harbor that way as well. So the best ferry line, in my opinion, is the number 62. It takes about an hour to go all the way around, and you can get off at different stops and walk around different parts of the harbor. So if any of you are thinking about taking a boat trip of the harbor, you have to go in this direction to the Landungsbrücken. So, one place we unfortunately don't have time to go and visit today on our tour is right over there. It's called the St. Michael's Church. It is the main church here in the city. It's also the largest church in the city. If you have a chance to take a look at the St. Michael's Church, absolutely go and take a look at it. You can go inside for free. It's absolutely a beautiful church inside. In fact, it is one of the best examples of Baroque architecture in all of northern Germany. You can also go into the crypt where many famous people have been buried. For example, Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach, who was a church organist there. You can also go up into the tower and get a really good panoramic view of the city and the harbor. There's an elevator that takes you directly to the top, or you can take the stairs, whichever you like. A few things about the church. The clock on the tower is the largest mechanical clock in all of Germany. It has a diameter of 8 meters. Each hand weighs around 130 kilograms. So definitely a very large clock once you get up close to it. And inside the tower is where they did experiments in the beginning of the 1700s that proved that the Earth was spinning around its axis. Is anyone interested in hearing how they did that? Okay, great. They basically dropped something from the inside of the tower where there's no wind or anything like that, and they found that the object that they dropped didn't fall straight to the ground. So, are there any guesses, if you drop something from the top of the tower, would it land behind the spot that's directly underneath it because the Earth is spinning faster than that object, or for some reason would it land in front of the spot directly underneath it? Any guesses? In front? Any other guesses?
On the target.
Well, that's absolutely right. It would land in front of the spot directly underneath it. And the way you have to think about it is somebody standing at the top of the tower is traveling faster than somebody at the bottom. So because the circle they're going around is greater than the circle of somebody at the bottom, so they have to cover more distance in the same amount of time. So if you drop something from the top of the tower, it's actually going faster than the Earth and will land in front of the spot directly underneath it. Did everyone get it?
Yep.
Okay. So, and for the entire tower, it was about 5 millimeters, so about that much, but that was enough to prove that the Earth was spinning around its axis. So, we're going to go to our next stop, which is called the Hafen City, which means the harbor city. It's basically like a city within the city of Hamburg that's still being built today. In fact, it is the largest urban construction project in all of Europe. So we'll just continue down this bridge right here to our next stop, the Hafen City.